Alright, let's see if this works. Hello and hello and hello. Time for a little new stream action here, guys. Today we're going to do something a little different. Hey, look who it is. Hey, got a guest. Hey, Jeff. Welcome to the hell that is my stream. Alright, so, before we get started, today I'm going to try something a little different, which is this game here, Mighty Number 9. Now, for those who don't know, this game is pretty much the spiritual successor to the Mega Man series. It started out as a Kickstarter project done by Keiji Inafune, who created Mega Man, and it was actually very, very successful. And it turned into a game that was part professional pet project and part fan driven, because a lot of choices were made by the fans. Some people didn't like this game. I did, and this game was pretty good. So right now, first things first, I'm gonna pop the old top one caffeine here. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm probably going to die a lot, but let's see. Oh yeah. This is interesting. Let's see what we got here. Well, I know I completed this game. I was actually playing a lot before I dropped it. So let's see what EX mode is real quick. And if I don't like that, then oh well, I'm going to die a lot. My suffering is fun for everyone involved. See that, Jeff? Gonna die! Okay, this looks like some sort of challenge mode. Let's back out of here. Oh, but I will die. Lots. And lots. And lots. No, hey, no take backsies, Jeff. No take backsies. This is all on you. Spend it on this monster, Jeff. Alright. So, let's see what you got here. Normal. 7 hours. That's right, bucko. Alright, so let's see. Why don't we just start a new game so I can see? Alright. You can now select your difficulty. We'll start with normal. Alright, so let's see how many pits I can jump in.
2000WX 年
Japanese for me and anyone else.
さらに豊かな暮らしを手に入れていた。ロボット同士の熱き
Alright, we're going to just fast forward this because we need to get to me shooty blasty and falling into pits.
System ready? Go!
博士。
いや、ベックに異常はないみたいだな。一体何が起きてるんだ？ここで考えていても仕方ない。一旦ラボに戻るか。ベック、すまないが先に行ってくれるか。安全の確保を頼む。
はい、博士。
Earth-shattering kabooms, huh? Okay, no slideys.
臨時ニュースをお伝えします。各地でロボットが突如暴走する事件が相次ぎ、アメリカ全土に被害が広がっています。この事態を受けて世界最大のロボットシェアを誇るチェリーダイナミクスの社長グレゴリー・ブラウン氏が会見を行いました。
いいですか皆さん、これはベネディクト・ブラックウェルの仕業であり、我がチェリーダイナミクスは事態の収拾に全力を尽くしています。繰り返しますが、今回の事件はあのドクター・ブラックウェルの
Dr. Wiley, I mean Blackwell, he's up to no good, probably sitting at home watching TV.
では早速、各地でロボットたちが暴れている模様をご覧に入れましょう。
アビーのやつ何をやってるんだ。いや、あれも暴走のせいなのか。
Alright, hold on, I got it. There we go. I got like this huge cup of ice, so I'm just gonna pour this whole thing in here. I'm betting I'm gonna die, like, first enemy I'm gonna get stuck on and, like, get railroaded. It's gonna be one of the, I haven't got, it's gonna be fun. I haven't been railroaded this bad since I was like 6. Like, getting my butt owned by, like, Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde, and Sue. Dr. Wally is planning on our downfall as usual. Uh-oh.
暴走した警備ロボットか。メク、今戦えるのはお前だけだ。大丈夫。お前ならできるさ。
博士、わかりました。
The fighting robot. Mega Man. Yes, I did. I committed atrocities. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Not doing fine. I can't. How did? What the deuce? Oh, there we go. Ah, you're right. I am doing fine. Uh-oh, what do you got here? Ooh. Oh, nice. Ah. My pants, they vibrate. 1 second, I've got lots of weird messages coming through here. It's all the homies. Hi, homies. What's this? Alright, this has gotta be something here. Uh-oh. Ah! Okay, so, oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, he looks familiar. Ah! So, what the heck does this mean? Ah! Why did I read that and it said it's all about, oh, it's all about the honeys. I was about to say, is it all about the hornies? I'm all for that, but... There we go. Ah! Ah! Oh, dead, no, oh, come on. Jinxed me, Jeff. Was thinking about those honeys, you jinxed me. Why am I doing it? Grab the ledge. See, this is, some of this stuff is actually pretty cool. Yellow Devil. No! Zell, 90,000 Zell? Oh, okay. Shinkyu!
Mission clear.
ウィリアム、よくここまでたどり着けたな。一緒にいるのはベックだけか。
ああ、他のマイティナンバーズはみんな暴走してしまったよ。
なんてこった。もはやアメリカ中のロボットが暴走していると考えた方が良さそうだな。よし、サンダの本社に連絡を取ろう。日本から応援を送ってもらえるかもしれない。
Dude, I'm serious. If you look at some of these dudes, They look like Tezuka. I mean, I know Mega Man was kind of based in part on Astro Boy, so it kind of makes sense.
確かに応援に来たロボットまで暴走しちゃ被害が大きくなるだけだからな。
社長、暴走の原因が分かればいいんだな。
その通りだ。だがどうやって？
ベックをマイティナンバーズの元へ向かわせる。
僕が？
今のベックならあいつらの暴走を止めてその原因もつかめるかもしれない。
Although,
あるわけじゃないが、他に手がない。
Hey dude, if you look at the girl that looks like Roll, that's Call. Like, I remember during the campaign for Mighty Number 9 for the Kickstarter, where they had a whole mess of designs, different designs for Call. And some of them were really cool. Like, there was one where it was pro wrestling, had a pro wrestling look, one that was dressed like a cop. They were really cool. Alright, let's see. What's this way?
新たな Tips がアンロックされました。Tips はゲームを進めることで追加されます。こまめに確認。
次の目的地を選んで。
私の作っ
次の目的地を選んでくれ。
How do I select them? Alright, let's go. I gotta look them up because I think I do have them either on my current laptop or my tablet. If I do, I'll throw them up on Twitter. Trust me, you'll like them. Let's see, mine, military base, radio tower, highway, Capitol building, city, road platform, waterworks bureau, power plant. Mine seismic. I'm gonna die either way. So let's start with military base.
廃棄された軍事基地内にナンバー5バットを捕捉。行動の意図は不明です。廃棄された軍事基地内に。
Alright, so yes, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die somehow. Don't know what. Don't know how. Well, of course I know how I'm going to die. Horribly.
System ready? Go!
随分昔に閉鎖された軍の基地さ。中はもう空っぽのはずなんだが。
ベック、前方に多数の反応があります。注意してください。
Of course I'm going to die very pixely. It wouldn't be very fun if I did. I don't remember what these things were, but I know there's some sort. There we go. Oh, you're back again. Now, one of the things I do remember about Mighty Number 9 is that there was some sort of ability activation. Wish I... Ow. Wish I could remember what it was, but there was some sort of ability. Ah, crap.
Great!
Uh-oh. Ah! Well, you were right. I died very pixely. Okay. He does, doesn't he? Considering I think there was some people that worked on Hero 2 that were part of this. Oh, that's interesting. You can fire through the wall. Well, the crazy thing about this was there were a bunch of ex-Capcom guys wrapped in here, as well as guys from Inti Creates, which I think were ex-Capcom anyway. Well, I mean, beyond the fact that, as I said before, Keiji Inafune, who created Rockman, did die. Well, Inafune did work on this, and I know that there were guys from Inti Connect. There were a bunch of independent guys, and if I recall correctly, there were a bunch of Capcom guys that came to Inafune just to work on this project. I mean, the thing about this game is, all things considered, I thought it was a very enjoyable project. It just sucks that people, instead of wanting this to succeed because it was a game that had potential, they wanted it to succeed because they wanted it to replace Mega Man. Because Mega Man did, well, it was one of those things that there were no new Mega Man projects, and what Mega Man projects there were supposed to be were all getting canceled. I remember this. They gave them, there was like 3 or 4 Mega Man games announced, and they were all canceled. And then there was one Mega Man game that was an online game that I personally heard about, that I didn't exactly like the idea of it. It was supposed to be like, I remember it because like all the Mega Mans were supposed to be kind of these personalized look Mega Mans. Oh! So there was like, it was an interesting game. It was like you could kind of customize your levels, and you could customize your Mega Mans, and then there was like a Mega Man. It was like there were Mega Mans that were Ryu. Yeah, and this, yeah, that was also what happened. Mega Man Legends was canceled, and the only thing that came out was the prototype. And, you know, people were very upset about that. And one of the big stories that came out of it, at least for a time, was that Inafune was trying to buy Mega Man from Capcom. I don't think there would have been anything wrong with that. Oh, that would suck. But, you know, giant corporations are simply not going to hand off a cash cow property, even if the game is suffering a horrible death because excuse me, they simply don't want to use the property. And that's pretty much what happened. So how do I get up there? Oh, you can't shoot through there. So, you know, even now, despite Mega Man, the 2 Mega Man games that just came out, now how do I get this to do something? How do I get up there? Despite everything with the 2 Mega Man games that just came, you know, Mega Man 8 and, man, was it Mega Man 10 and 11? Yes. Despite those games coming out, people want a next generation of Mega Man. They don't really exactly want these. They want a new Legends title. They definitely. I've seen a lot of people wanting more Trombone titles. Personally, I wouldn't have been opposed to Trombone either. So how do I get... Alright, I'm stuck. But, I think the biggest problem is not the fans. See, they were... See, most companies will default to fans don't want, the fans don't want, the fans don't want. The fans are not going to buy this, so we're not going to make it. Oh crap. Whoops. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I think that with Capcom, unfortunately, I think the big problem, or maybe it's I don't have the right weapon, but I think with Capcom, yeah, Mega Man 8 was my favorite Mega Man. I don't get me wrong, that 8-bit ones were awesome games, but it was a really fun game, bar none. So Capcom, there you go, Jeff, you're right. Oh, come on! Capcom, much like any other company, they tell you what they want, because what you want to buy, because they're like, this is what we're going to pay for. And it was genuinely... because genuinely, they believe that what soulless corporations think they know best, and they don't. Personally, I think. Oops, wrong one. Personally, I think. Wrong. I had it. Oh, come on. I know I'm not supposed to die, but that's what happens. But I think Capcom doesn't want, like a lot of companies, doesn't want to take risks, especially with a property that they believe is a moneymaker. So that's why they are content to release these compilations and collections and stuff like that, because it's always a safe bet to release a game. There we go. It's a safer bet to release compilations and stuff like that of games that people already know about than it is to release a game and not make any money off it. But my whole thing is you're gonna have failures before you have success. What's this? Oh! Yeah!
Amazing!
Oh, that was dumb. Now remember, one of the craziest things about this game. So, but you know, Capcom's not going to. And the thing is, they talk about, well, 2D games are too hard to produce, too expensive to produce, as old, outdated technology, blah blah blah. Well, newsflash, guys. You know who's been producing a lot of 2D stuff and making an absolute killing with it? Arc System Works. Arc System Works has been doing like 110% gangbuster stuff with Guilty Gear. Exert has been. What's wrong? Okay, so I'm probably going to die here too. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! I mean, anyway. See, I understand the issues about 2D being one of those things you don't want to get into because it's old, outdated, this, that, and the other, but look at what Arc System Works is doing with flat shaded, cell shade. And they're even getting it, I mean, and Arc has done some crazy stuff. Like, they've actually gone as far as... Oh! Darn it. Yes, less time, less effort. But with Arc System Works, they've made it work. They've made it work by creating what I guess I would call 2D, 3D-ish models. And they've created these nice looking 2D, 3D models and did cell shading, kind of like what Jet Set Radio used to be like, and they've made it all work. Oh, come on. And they've made it work, so everything looks 3D, and they've even fiddled with some stuff like timing and stuff like that to make the characters move a certain way. And the way they move, it's still, despite them being poly, they actually move more 2D like. They have the fluidness of something moving at like, I think it's like 60 frames. But, you know, Capcom doesn't want to do that. Capcom's not interested in... It feels like they're not interested in developing new tech. They're just... There we go. They're not, it feels like they're not exactly interested in developing anything new, as much as they are to milk things for all it's worth, which is stupid because look what they did with the remake of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Well, of course that's what it is, and then you have guys that want Yep. Oh! Sucks. But, you know, I think at the same time that's what it always boils down to. No one wants to risk anything because, like any company, it's less about the fans and more about the company. I've worked with companies where they go, as long as the company is afloat and making money, nothing else matters. The people can, the thing that is quote unquote important, which is the employees, can be changed out anytime we want. And the problem with that is, if you don't risk anything, you don't grow. And to be honest with you, Lord knows how many guys no one like oh crap. That sucks. No one likes that mindset at all because, like I said, no, you don't grow if you don't take the. Let's try another. Yes, let's try another stage. If you don't change and grow, what else do you have? If you don't try, I feel like they don't want to try anything. They just don't. Power plant works for world platform city. Let's try this.
準備は OK かい?
Oh gosh. Let's see. Way number 2. Military base, radio tower, highway. Oh god, there's someone here that. Let's try this. I don't know. I feel like if you don't take a risk, even if it ends in failure, you'll never grow. If you try something, here's
Ready? Go!
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Well, interesting thing interesting thing about that is that's the problem when you have a company that's run by shareholders and not a that's what happens when you have a company that's run by shareholders and not by a privately owned group / individual. When your company is run by shareholders, you end up having, your goal becomes pleasing the shareholders and not worrying about anything else. And with the investors, all they care about is return on investment. That's all they care about. They don't care about fans. They care only about making money. They only care about their ROA. They only care about what they're getting out of. They're only caring about what they get out of it. And then when there are no customers coming in because they don't like the idea of what's being put out, then there's another problem. Now, I mean, right now, Capcom is barely keeping people. Capcom is barely doing. Well, Capcom's doing all right. I mean, they don't. Resident Evil Villages has been a gangbuster for them. Monster Hunter has been gangbusters for them. They're looking to the future with Street Fighter 6, even though Street Fighter 6 has this horrible ass logo. And I'm not particularly excited over the look of Street Fighter 6 or anything like that. They don't want. I mean, there's stuff that should be coming out, like the FGC wants Capcom to. They want re-releases of the Versus titles. Oh, that sucks. Ah, this is horrible. They want re-releases of the Versus titles. They want Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to be exact release. They want a new Versus game. They want a new Darkstalkers. Rival Schools is another one. It's like they don't but it still boils down to be the same thing, which is they don't want to risk anything at all. They're afraid to risk anything at all. A new plasma sword would be very risky to them. A new plasma sword, that's kind of risky. A new plasma sword to them is too risky. New Rival Schools is too risky. Every time someone wants something new, they go, well, you're not buying this, that, and the other. Yeah, it costs you too much. So, then you end up doing things like buying nothing but collections. It sounds like a really contrite reason, but anytime a new Darkstalker collection comes out for a new console, I try to buy it. Why? Because part of me hopes that by seeing that number go up on, you know, units sold, maybe it makes a difference. Oh, I think I remember. It's also why when like Metal Slug is one of my favorite non-fighting game SNK properties. So every time a new console comes out, I try to buy Metal Slug stuff on it. Simply because the hope is that SNK Playmore will go, okay, we need to start thinking about a new Metal Slug because we're selling a lot of copies of it. But it probably won't happen because SNK has a I don't know if it will happen because it seems really weird. You got this one company. Oh god, I can't remember the name of the company, but they're the same guys that did Streets of Rage 4. They're doing this turn-based Metal Slug. They're doing a turn-based Metal Slug, right? And I'm like, it's not my cup of tea, but I think I might buy it with the hopes that maybe, because if this game does well, maybe they'll get the band back together and do a proper Metal Slug sequel. I mean, but truth of the matter be told, the last truth be told, the last few Metal Slugs have been good, but they've been too long, and Metal Slug 4 still sucked ass. Metal Slug 5, I'm still on the fence. But again, it's one of those things where, for me personally, stuff like this, it has merit. At least SNK tries. I mean, look, they put out a new Gal Fighters again. They put out KOF 15 just came out. Okay, Metal Slug 1 and 2, then you should play. My advice is, if you haven't already, play Metal Slug X. Metal Slug 2 was dog piss slow, although there are a couple of guys out there that have made they've sped up 2. And by sped up 2, I basically would say what they did was they basically recoded it to fix the slowdown issues and all sorts of other problems with Metal Slug to make it more enjoyable to play. The other thing is, other games, but I would also recommend playing Metal Slug X. X is Metal Slug 2 on steroids with new bosses in certain places, and it's definitely a rewarding experience. My favorite outside of Metal Slug 1 is Metal Slug 3. Slug 3 was definitely enjoyable. The biggest issue I had with Metal Slug 3 was how long it was. Metal Slug 3 was definitely very long. The last mission, I love Metal Slug, but the last mission was an absolute slog. The other game, was Metal Slug 5, which was created by a Korean company, believe it or not. This was it Eolith? No, Eolith was Brazilian. Oh, Brezasoft. I remember this because this was back when SNK, everyone was freaking out because they believed SNK to be on the verge of dying, which it actually was, because SNK had hit a number of problems, and I remember Metal Slug 4 being made by them with this system called the Metalish system, which was you would collect these metals, right? Hence the name Metalish. And once you filled out the gauge with these metals, you would, for everything you killed until the gauge cleaned out, was filled with like, the enemies were all like multipliers and stuff like that. Woo! But it was all, the biggest issue I had was 99% of the game was rehashed, and what wasn't was like overdrawn, pieced together sprites. I mean, you have to give it to them though, because they put out Metal Slug 4. And 5 seems like, from the amount of material they cut out of it, it wasn't as good as it could have been. Okay, boss. 6 was interesting. It was on the Atomic Wave, and 7 and Double X were okay-ish. Not bad. Oh. Crap! Ah! Would not surprise me, but considering wouldn't surprise me if they did. Oh, come on. Crap. To make a, but if I could be serious for a second, to make a Triple X would imply that they would make a Metal Slug 7, no 8, because Double X was after 7, so they would have to at the very least make a Mega Man 8. And I don't know if they would do it, because this Metal Slug, I can't remember what it's called, but it's being made by the same guys that did Streets of Rage 4, and they're doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2D game that looks very spritey. And the only way I think we would see the only way we would see that is if the Metal Slug Tactics game that they make is extremely successful. And I don't know. I feel like because they decided Metal Slug was not going to be successful enough, I don't think it's going to be possible. I would love to see another 2D Metal Slug. Oh, come on! Let's see. Do I have any lives? Do I have any lives? Please let me have lives. 4 lives. Good. But personally, the weird thing is, I've tried to figure out, a lot of the guys that were part of the original team for the first 2 or 3 Metal Slugs, 90% of, I think 90% of them are not with SNK anymore. They're with other companies or freelancers. So even then, I don't know if there's a chance of any of them coming back, which... The crazy part was there was a believe it or not, there was actually a 3D PlayStation Metal Slug. What was it? PlayStation 2? I think it was PlayStation 2. But it was a fairly interesting one. I never got my hands on it because it was a well, I never got my hands on it because, at the time, most of the people I was getting, believe it or not, the PlayStation 2 Metal Slug, I never got my hands on it simply because at the time, I didn't have enough money to import. I was at a really interesting between period because up until PS2 days, I was calling in favors and importing stuff all the time. And then, you know, I just stopped because I wasn't making good money. Oh! I mean, it sucks because, no, even when I got out of college, I'd managed to make things work, and then I guess once I started trying to pay student loans and stuff like that, the money wasn't there. I wanted to get my hands on it, but I couldn't. But it was a fairly interesting game. I think there's gameplay on YouTube of it. Of course, there would be. Yeah. That sucks. Ah! I think Metal Slug Triple X would probably have like extreme amount of DOA type jiggle physics. I wonder, is there a... Okay, so... Oh, that was the other thing you can do. That sucks. Okay, if I can absorb XL... Wait a minute, let's see. Ooh. Alright, maybe that'll work. Let's see. Oh crap, that sucks. Oh boy. What did I tell you? Lots of death. Lots and lots of death. Oh, you see that? Oh, that was suck. How do you... Oh. That was horrible. Totally and utterly horrible. Yeah, well, I have her... I got her into second phase. Right now, I'm like at what any Mega Man player is at, which is basically trying to figure out who does what. Oh, that was garbage. Do I have it? Oh, come on! Ah! So, which one does what?
Game over.
Alright, who can I use then? Who can I use?
グズグズしちゃいられない。僕らの手で。よし、準備は OK かい?
Yeah, I know. I haven't played this in God knows how long, and I really don't want to, like, just go, let's phone a friend.
System ready? Go!
大統領官邸に到着しました。
まったく、とんでもないところを占拠してくれたな。ウィリアム、君のロボットは何を企んでいる？
さ
狙撃ですが、スナイパーの反応はどこにも。
シェイドの仕業だ。あいつら一体どこに隠れている？ベク、シェイドはこの建物のどこかに潜んでいる。狙撃の方向を探すんだ。
Ah! Oh, come on. Is it going to drop me all the way back at the main hall? Yep. Hmm.
狙撃ですが、スナイパーの反応はどこにも。
シェイドの仕業だ。あいつら一体どこに隠れている。ベク、シェイドはこの建物のどこかに潜んでいる。狙撃の方法を探すんだ。
Ah! Ah, there we go. That's a good thing.
Map 失いました。
仕方ないさ。そういう風に作ったんだからね。
よいしょっと。おっとっと。
人間様の犬にしちゃやるじゃねえか。まだ狙われてるぞ。気を抜かれよベック。
今のうちだ。今のうちだ。やってやる。
Woo!
Clear. Good.
Not what I wanted to do, but that works. This is it. There he is. Okay, so that's what you gotta do. Darn it! Darnation! Okay. First step. Okay, this I remember. I gotta trace the bullets back.
狙撃ですが、スナイパーの反応はどこにも。
シェイドの仕業だ。あいつが一体どこに隠れてる。ベク、シェイドはこの建物の中に潜んでいる。狙撃の方向を探すんだ。かかってこい。やってやる。
Oh.
仕方ないさ、そういう風に作ったんだからね。人間様の犬にしちゃやるじゃねえか。まだ狙われてるぞ。気を抜かれよベック。
Yeah, this is tricky. Hey, he's a tricky little fucker, isn't he? Come on, where are you? Where are you? What the heck was that? Okay, that was on me. I got too antsy with that one. Okay, so he's on the left side. Well, it always cheats. Ah. I know it could, but I'm looking at it like this way. I think part of this is on me. Alright, where is it? I think professional ethics wouldn't allow me to go the game cheats. I don't have that Watson clout to go the rage quit stuff. Classy, yes. Salty, on occasion. Ah! Can I recover 50%? I better save that. Just a minute, save that. Oh! Oh, gosh darn it. See? Hey, this is
パーの反応はどこにも。
This is one of those. I can genuinely say I think they made this. They made this with the idea if you think you're good at Mega Man games, not X games, Mega Man games. Clearly, you haven't been challenged enough. No. Ooh, boy. No, you're not going to get me. Alright, which way are you going? I gotta simply hope he doesn't they don't spawn him in an area where I get murdered. 2, 3. Run. Good. Come on, RNGesus. Let's go. Blast! This is going to be a stupid one, isn't it? I think it's going to very much be a stupid one where I die a horrible, miserable death, and it's par for the course. Okay, in the... Ah! Don't touch the wires! Ah. Stay down! Ow! Go ahead! Woo. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh god. This is brutal. This is gonna suck! Ah. Alright. Oh, it sucks. Stay there. Stay there. Stay. Stay there. Wires. Wires. Oh, son of a... Ah, oh my God! What the heck? That was evil. That was pure unmitigated evil. Yeah, you saw all those cables legitimately everywhere.
仕方ないさ、そういう風に作ったんだからね。人間様の犬にしちゃやるじゃねえか。まだ狙われてるぞ。気を抜くなよ、ベック。
Just like the old days, until you... Ah. Are you kidding me?
なあ、犬っからよ。ここの人間どもは事件が起きた途端みんな逃げちまった。国を治める立場にありながらこの一大事にだ。まったくよ、身勝手なもんだよな。
What the heck was that? Lasers? Drop! Wires all over the place. Wires. Alright, more wires. Alright, how... Uh-oh. How do you have a guy making it? That was... What? Yes, pretty much. You're like, hey, great! You made it through. Guess what? Cheap death. Why would you create a robot that can't be found? What kind of BS evil land foolishness is this? Get him, get him, get him! God. Oh. No, 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 no! Oh, bloody hell. More cables! Locked! Yes! 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 Here we go! Uh-oh.
なあ、いるから。おめさんは自由になりたかねえのかい。
わからない。けど、博士やみんなを困らせてまで自由になりたいとは思わないよ。
まあ、そう思うのもおめさんの自由か。だが俺の邪魔するってんなら。
Freedom at any cost!
ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。踊ってみな。あばよ。ここだぜ。踊ってみな。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。踊ってみな。あばよ。
Good.
ここだぜ。ここだぜ。踊ってみな。
Oh, that sucks.
ここだぜ。踊ってみな。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。ここだぜ。これ れだけの力があってよ、なぜ人間どもの命令に従う。
違うよ、僕自身がみんなの暴走を止めたいんだ。
次は仕留めるぜ。わかるかい。わかるかい。ダメよ。わかるかい。ダメよ。わかるかい。
Crap!
わかるかい。ダメよ。ここだぜ。
Oh! Screw that! That was garbage! Garbage! Okay, good. Okay, good. I've got a cell cover. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I know I had that. Alright, this is the second time I've gotten to a robot master. Let's see if we can... Oh, that was messy. I'll take the damage.
これだけの力があってよ、なぜ人間どもの命令に従う。
違うよ、僕自身がみんなの暴走を止めたいんだ。
次は仕留めるぜ。わかるかい。
That sucks! That whomps.
わかるかい。
Come on, come on, come on.
ダメよ。わかるかい。踊ってみな。ダメよ。わかるかい。
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh! Come on! Oh my god, that was so close! Go on! Damn it! Alright. Pretty much. Alright, come on.
ってみな。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。ここだぜ。
Close one.
ここだぜ。これだけの力があってよ。なんで人間どもの命令に従う。違うよ。
僕自身がみんなの暴走を止めたいんだ。
次は仕留めるぜ。わかるか。
Curses!
犠牲はつきものさ。恨んなよ。
It's like every time I know where he is, I can't get into position in time to hit him. Okay, good. Alright, one more time. I hope this is it. I hope this is it.
ここだぜ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。ここだぜ。踊ってみな。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。あばよ。ここだぜ。これだけの力があってよ。なぜ人間どもの命令に従う。違うよ。
僕自身がみんなの暴走を止めたいんだ。
次は仕留めるぜ。わかるか。
Come on.
よいしょっと。
わかるか。あばよ。わかるか。
よいしょっと。
わかるか。
Yeah! Got him! Yes! Woo!
歌詞を作っちまったかな。
Awesome.
Mission failure.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, oh, that was horrifying. Oh, that was a absolute bastard.
やったー。やるじゃないかベック。おいウィリアム、君もそう思うだろ。
落ち着けよサンダー。ベックの力はまだまだこんなもんじゃないさ。コール、ベックが取り込んだセルのデータをこちらに転送してくれないか。そいつらを解析すればロボットたちが暴走した原因もわかるかもしれない。
了解です、ドクターホワイト。
ところでサンダー、ここに来る途中チェリーダイナミクスの記者会見を見たんだが、あそこの社長さん、ロボットたちの暴走はドクター・ブラックウェルの仕業だと言ってたぞ。
そんなバカな。あの天才博士は今や囚われの身だろ
う。ああ、アメリカ中のロボットを一斉に強制停止させるなんてバカな真似をしたせいでな。
それも今回と同じくバトルコロッセオの開催中にね。あのサイバーテロは一体何が目的だったんだ？ おっと、話がそれたね。いくらあの博士が天才でも、牢屋の中からこんな
I
大
don't
そ
know
れた
why
こ
Lee
と
was able
で
to
きっ
pull
こ
it
ない
off.
さ。
私も同意見だ。ならばミスター・グラハムはなぜわからないな。
Either that or Nabeshin from XL Saga. I mean, I don't know if you've seen XL Saga, but Nabeshin, that's what he kind of looks like, is Lupin with a fro and really, really, really bad luck.
グズグズしちゃいられない。僕らの手でロボットたち。
私
グズグズしちゃいられない。さあ。
Yeah, but come on, you gotta admit, he does look like Nabeshin. Am I sure? No, I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna make Keister kick. All he's missing is the goofy 5 o'clock shadow.
今は信号が途絶えてしまっているな。もしかすると彼はもう。
あいつはそんなやわなやつじゃないさ。ベック、注意して探してやってくれ。
I think I'm gonna regret this. Oops. Yeah, I think this is how it's going to end up happening. A lot of death again. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Death is on the menu. Yeah, I know you can't see me, but yeah, devil's horns, brother. Oh my god. Okay, that one, alright, hold on. Dash is... Which button's dash? Okay. That's dash. Okay, so L1's dash. Ah! Look at that. That one was ridiculous. I liked it. I mean, I give them gold star for taking away damage invincibility, like Mega Man has, where you have like a few seconds of damage invincibility. But that was garbage. Ah! Ow! Yeah, we're not doing this stage again. No. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, no. Okay. We are Fubar. Oh, okay, so that triangle is the weapon button. And the jump button is obviously the death button. Alright, press X to die. Yeah. Death looks like death's on the menu. Press X to die.
System ready? Go!
Although, what sort of messed up PlayStation game with that? Huh? Ah! Yeah, of course I'm sprinting, because I'm getting like keister wobs. I don't know. I'm not going to try to jump on the Arc System Works look, but I really wish they had chosen something cel shaded. I think the cartoony look would have done this better. Personally, I would have loved if they had just gone, like, literally... The only way it could have been better is if they had done what Cuphead had accomplished, which was, like Cuphead had, like, almost completely all hand-drawn traditional animation. Capcom wouldn't have gone for that because Lord knows how much money that would have set them back if they had done it right. A full-time staff of literally a full-time staff of animators. I mean, if these guys had, well, look at Skullgirls. Skullgirls was done with like a whole bunch of this is ridiculous. I mean, that's how Skullgirls was done. Look at that. I mean, Skullgirls was done that way. Skullgirls had a team of animators, and I wish I had held on to the when they were announcing characters the first go round. Well, correction. I remember when they were kickstarting, they did, what was that? No, not Kickstarter. They did Indiegogo, I think, for all the DLC characters that they made. They did all, crap, I edit. They did a whole thing where they literally laid out, and it was on Shoryuken too. They laid out exactly how much it was going to cost per character, what the money was going to, how many frames of animation it was going to take for every character. And literally, it was like, holy crap. You were, and I think it was something like somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 frames of animation per character. And I have Skullgirls still on my, I still have Skullgirls. And I can honestly tell you, it's one of those games where everything they did, all the frames of animation, it was 110% worth every penny. And I understand just how labor and time intense something like Skullgirls was, but I can tell you, one, for the people involved, it was a labor of love, and two, you could see that everything was planned down to the hilt, everything was planned to the utmost when it came to Skullgirls. They had this, they knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they literally, it was something where it was like, plan the flight, fly the plan. The only thing that sucked about it, the only thing that sucked about Lab Zero was when it came out that Mike Z and a couple other tool bags were just really garbage people. And the stuff that he did afterwards, I mean, oh, Skullgirls thankfully is not being done by Lab Zero, and the staff that all left, they all formed a new company called, I can't remember what the name of the company is. I'm actually following them on Twitter. But they literally, I think, well, it's weird considering Mike Z was one of the, was an incredible Potemkin player in Double X. And he was known in the FGC, and I remember Skullgirls all the way back when all that existed of it were a handful of art books done by Alex Ahad, and when Mike Z came aboard. And I have I have one of the prototypes, because everyone was downloading it from SRK when they posted it, when it was just Philia, and Philia worked a lot different than she does now. And the problem, and I remember that, like, Skullgirl took as long as it did because they were they could never, it was just two people for the longest time. And then they finally decided to put up or shut up, and they formed a company, and they did all sorts of things, just trying to get the So, but, I can honestly say that game and Indivisible showed what you could do if you put your, if you could put together a competent team and do quality animation. It just sucks that, hold on, let's see. Oh, I don't have it. I mean, trust me, animation is the thing. The weird thing about animation is there's stuff like, I can't remember what it's called, but there are a lot of other techniques that are going on that you could use with it, but I don't know. I feel like if you could get together a reasonable staff and pay them well enough, because that's the other problem with doing a game with animation behind it. Even now, the pay rate for animators is not as high as it could be. And I have the belief that professionals need to be paid for what they're doing. Period. Well, they should, because as I understand that for some people it may be difficult to do, but anyone that trains and works as hard as they do to perfect their craft needs to be paid they need to be paid for what they do. Animators don't get paid enough. Translators for anime and translators for comic books don't get paid enough. You need, if you're paying for quality work, you need to pay quality people. You need to pay these people. Oh God, Zell. Okay, so that's, I guess the Zell tells me how much difficulty it is. Oh, it's a one-hit kill. So is it as for the animation, the writer's salary, how's that? What is that going? Is that any particular studio that fight's going on within, or is that something that's like literally across the board? Everyone's trying to they're trying to raise everyone's salary. Because regardless. Okay, that might not be a bad way to go. Well, it should be, but what is the, if it's across the board, how much are they going to raise it by? How much do they want to raise it by? Is there like a base? Are they trying to establish a higher base rate? Because I think that's the other, I think, I just... Alright. Let's try this again. And I know that the other part of it is unionizing. You would, and I bet that's something that's being discussed and they're fighting, trying to get all that, trying to get the, Okay, so I think the trick with this dude is I gotta get behind him for everything.
Game over.
Let's try it again. Yeah, I mean, oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I see it pop up a lot too. I'm following, or follows at least a handful of American animators, and I've been seeing that be an ongoing thing. The one thing I've never exactly bothered to look to see if anyone's unionizing. I think it also, I think you're right about that. It's one of those things where it's another one of those things where, remember, I think we were talking about this, how I have a real problem with how the Oscars kind of still look at animation as kids stuff, and it's like, okay, first you talk about it as if it's it. Let me rephrase that. I think my issue with animation can be summed up by the way the Oscars handle animation. They think of it as not as serious as a live action series, and the only thing that comes remotely close is Pixar, Disney stuff, and that's a load of crap. It really is a load of crap because I think it's called Weathering You, which was done by the same person, which was a really, Weathering You was darn good. And you know, people, the Academy kind of still snubbed it. I have a very real problem with the. I mean, the Academy has really shown its ass. I mean, they just. If anything, it's the Academy reminds me of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In some ways, I mean, granted, you have a bunch of people on the board like Whoopi, who are all genuinely like people who have busted their butt to get where they are. And it's also good that people like Samuel L. Jackson are finally getting their due. But just as many live action people are finally getting their due, animation doesn't. I guess it's because despite everyone being fans of Disney, this, that, and the other, they can't, for some reason, look at animation with the same and the people behind animation as being the kind of people that have given as much of their lives, even more, to the craft, to perfect their craft. And the effort put in it, and they're like, oh well, come on. Do you know how many people, look, perfect example. There are people, one of the, oh crap. I mean, look at Glenn Keane. Glenn Keane, as an animator, he was the guy, he defined Disney's look. since the late he's not with Disney anymore, but from the 80s, I want to say, late 80s onward, he defined the look of a lot of Disney's animation. Look at The Little Mermaid, look at Pocahontas, stuff like that. His art style, even when he left, his fingerprints were still on it. Oh crap, I can't grab that ladder. And I think if he wasn't at Disney for as long as he was and had the kind of pull he had, I don't think he would have made decent money. And between these guys not getting paid what they rightfully should, and their craft being looked at as kiddie stuff, it's no wonder why people who are both fans of animation and people within the industry are angry and frustrated. They don't, I mean, heck, anime's the same. Anime has been, look at the number of people, both in any part of the industry. Doesn't matter if it's US, Japanese, British, Brazilian. Look how many people have dedicated their entire lives to this. Just look at it. You have a large number of people, just like any other industry, who have come to this country to learn how things are, and then with the intention of taking everything they know back to their country to try to build and grow their industry. I'm a fan of, and it can be just summed up this way. I am a fan, blah blah blah, this guy is a fan of animation, but he wants to see people in Cameroon building an animation, being able to produce quality animation for people in Cameroon. But you know what? He'll work his entire life, influence an entire generation, and nothing will come of it simply because where it counts, it doesn't work. Heck, look, realistically, even if it was something that could be paid out decently, they're going to just try to farm it out somewhere like Korea or China or something like that, where they know they can get away with paying less. Why? Because what's going to happen? Because if that sort of thing is set in stone, they're just going to go, well, we'll just outsource it. And then that'll kill it too. Of course. And you know what it becomes? It just becomes sweatshop animation. Always has been. I can honestly say it always had. That has always been the point. Yeah, because it is so that the investors are happy. And I mean, and that alone kills it. Yes! But you know what? The problem is you can't take. No one wants to take investors out of it. Why? Because they don't want to risk their own money. It's easier to risk someone else's money, which is again a crock of crap. It really is 110% a crock of crap. I mean, if you want to look at it from a pro wrestling standpoint, that's part of the reason why that's one of the big reasons why the WWE is a complete shit pile right now. That's one of the reasons why the WWE is a crock of crap right now. Because it has investors. Literally, okay, Vince McMahon not the McMahon family, because the McMahon family holds stock, but Vince McMahon holds controlling interest. I think he controls controlling interest, and the only reason why the rest of the family is completely gone downhill. All right. It has completely gone downhill. In fact, hold on a second. Let me check on this crock pot real quick. Hold on. Well, okay, best in Amway. You sell out. You sell out. Did I mention you're a sellout? Okay, yeah, there's I could sure. I better be getting a piece of this. I better be getting a good piece of this. But the WWE. Okay. Let's try the waterworks again. WWE has been going downhill for years. I mean, let's step away from the product itself. All right, let's step away from the fact that Vince is a dick and he's a goofy bastard and all that. All right, that's the first part of it. The other part of it is they have they have a writer's room, a legit writer's room, filled with guys that have written for sitcoms and all sorts of foolishness like that. They legit do, but it means absolutely dick, because the only person whose opinion matters is Vince McMahon's, and everyone else's is full of shit. Let's forget about that, and let's go to the other part. All right, the big problem. They have investors, they have shareholders, and everything is about pushing product, which is they don't care if a person can wrestle. All right. In fact, after what they've changed, one of the biggest changes they made was to the way they seek talent. They're starting to pull less from the indies, and they've been firing people left and right. What they're interested in is, they're not interested in people as much as skill and talent as they are people having the right look, which is garbage, and the marketability. One of the things that I've seen that they've done is they don't want women over 25. The women have to have a look. In fact, one of the jokes in the wrestling fandom is that Vince has a type, and Charlotte is that type. But you know, and all that's geared towards the shareholders. In fact, one of the big things that they've done to please the shareholders is they're aiming for the television and streaming rights. All right, they have and so those are the two big things. Well, yeah, that, believe it or not, that is starting to be less and less common, because there are a handful of Christmas cakes, but that's starting to become less and less, because the women are hardcore about being taken as seriously as the men do when it comes to wrestling. And in fact, Joshi wrestling is light years ahead of the American wrestling product. But there's still some good wrestling for women to be found. There's Pro Wrestling Eve, there's Shimmer. So women's wrestling isn't in as dire straits as they could be. Now, but getting back to WWE, the WWE also wants to... Oh crap. The WWE also wants to pull athletes from non-wrestling, non-independent wrestling, and from non-wrestling backgrounds, which is why they've, which is kind of ironic considering one of the hottest prospects right now is Gable Stevenson, who is like 2-time All-American when it comes to college wrestling. But all right, let me try to get this correct. All right, everything that WWE has been doing, and that's the biggest problem, is to make the company marketable. They don't care about the wrestling product as much as they care about characters, the look, the presentation. It's stupid. And the other part of it is Vince doesn't like, if Vince hasn't had a hand in it, he doesn't like it. Which is why The Fiend died a horrible, ugly pro wrestling death. Vince had a wrestler that could, for all intents and purposes, It is. It is very stupid. Vince has, for all intents and purposes, a man that was a wrestler that was the spiritual successor to the Undertaker, the Fiend, and he destroyed that. One of the other stories I've heard is Vince would rather make $1 on his own than make 1,000 with the help of someone else. So he killed a really good wrestler in terms of gimmick and everything like that because he didn't make it. That's the other big problem. But getting back to this other thing, so they want everything marketable and presentable so they can bundle it up and sell it for streaming rights, which is really crazy. So they're not making the money. They're not making money in a traditional sense anymore. All their money, you know where all their money comes from? Right now, all their money doesn't even particularly come from merchandise. Although there are a handful of wrestlers like Roman Reigns, who are and the New Day, who are legit merch movers. And I believe Seth Rollins is another one. I believe Becky Lynch is another one. But their money right now, they've got $1 billion in contracts. All right. One thing they did was they sold the streaming rights to their entire catalog to Peacock. They sold all the streaming rights to Peacock. Granted, it's I don't know how long that's for, but yeah, yep. Everything for them, they're not a wrestling company. They look at themselves as being content providers. That's one part of it. So that's pretty much everything is now streamed on Peacock. NXT, like NXT is on Peacock. Everything is now streamed on Peacock, at least in the US. And I died. So, if you live outside the US, the WWE network is still in existence. But in the States, it is not. If you have the app on your phone, your tablet, or even on your PS4, it will not work. Because everything will redirect to Peacock. The other thing they've done, is they have a deal with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia it is a 10-year deal, and I believe it's $500 million to put on events in Saudi Arabia. So every time, and in fact, they have a pay-per-view that is only for Saudi Arabia, KSA, called Crown Jewel. And one of the joke nicknames for Crown Jewel is Blood Money. Because pretty much you know all about this situation with some of the stuff going on with Saudi Arabia. But that's pretty much what's going on. So between the Peacock deal, which is like $450 million, and the KSA deal, which is another $500 million, it's almost $1 billion, and the company is flush with money. They're not hurting for money. And the other thing they've been doing is they've been firing people left and right. And the whole reason for that is to make the company look even more profitable than it really is, because every time they release someone from their contract, it's like NFL and all those other things where salary cap. All your money, a lot of your money is pretty much tied up in your roster. Your talent is your biggest your talent is where they're spending the most money. And what do? You get rid of talent and you put more money in your pocket. You get rid of talent and you can go, look, record profits. It's a dirty trick. And it's one that they don't mind doing. So, I mean, again, there's a lot of other stuff that has made the WWE's product pretty meaningless and garbage, but those are the big things. Oh, I should have used. So, and they, because of all that nonsense I talked about before, and the fact they have investors, and like I said, Vince has a controlling interest and he's the CEO of the company, blah, blah, blah. But, he's, there we go. Like I said, Vince is the, he holds a controlling interest. Every other McMahon, Shane and Stephanie, and to a lesser extent, Triple H, have stock in the company. But he has the stock that matters, which gives him the controlling interest. So, yes, he can make the decisions, but ultimately, because he's playing with shareholder money, he answers to the shareholders. So all of his decisions are keyed towards showing record profits, though. Oh, that's hilarious. So that's why WWE sucks. I mean, among other things. Trust me, I could get into a whole ball of wax with the talent situation. But that's pretty much one of the biggest reasons why it sucks, besides the fact that it's run by a delusional geriatric numbskull and his team of like-minded yes men. And those yes men being Michael Hayes, Joe Laurinaitis, Kevin, I can't remember his name, but he's the one that's in charge of basically how it looks on TV and all the stupid shit involved in there. But basically, that is the reason why it sucks. And it's hilarious how they have a one of the other things that I think is crazy about it is the whole sports entertainment thing. There's a lot of bullshit tied in that. But one of the things that I think that would interest you is the fact that he actually has a legit writer's room. He thinks the way to go is to present it as more of a television product. So he has a bunch of people that write scripts and stuff like that. And, you know, they come from writing sitcoms and stuff like that for TV. But, you know, the problem is not the script writers, because the script writers technically aren't doing a damn thing, because you'd be surprised how many times how many stories come out of it of Vince looking at scripts and not being happy with the script and simply rewriting everything to be the way he wants it. As I said, the opinion that matters most is Vince's. If he's not happy, then he'll rewrite the thing himself. He won't do that. He won't do that. The only people that he does that with are people that are quote unquote Vince guys. Very few people get that sort of leeway. To give you an idea, and some of those are people that are Vince is right. Vince has like literally control over everything with. He'll write their stuff for them. The few people that he quote unquote believes are worthy of such things are Brock Lesnar, but at the same time, he's paying Brock a ridiculous amount of money. Undertaker, because Undertaker is literally so there are only a handful of people that have that level of trust where they get basically, here's what you're doing, you fill the rest in, but this is what I want. There are only a small number of people. Undertaker has that, AJ Styles has that, Brock Lesnar has that, Roman Reigns has it, but at the same time, the other person that handles that stuff is Paul Heyman, because he looks at it as people can't be trusted to deliver on what he wants unless he tells them from top to bottom. And it doesn't matter, again, that stuff doesn't matter, because if he gives it to the writers, tells them this is what I want, and they don't deliver on it, or they can't deliver on it, oh, that's how it works. Okay, I think we got an idea on how this is gonna work. Okay. Looks like at least... Okay, so that works. I gotta figure out how to make those bombs work for me. Alright. Cliff notes being, it only works Oh my god. Ah! These bombs are working wonderfully though. That sucks. And the weird thing is, it's not just like how he wants certain things like laid out during the film promos, like the in-ring promos where they and stuff like that, and even the backstage stuff, all that he wants a certain way, and in fact you legit have a script you legit have scripts that they want memorized. And the less crap. Yeah, it's a pretty pistol. Ah! Second form! Okay, so those bombs work. It's about timing to get the maximum amount of damage you can take off of them. One last chance. You think I can do this in one? Oh crap! No, I don't. Oh, I do actually. Have XL will cover too. Let's see what happens when I take damage. Crap. Let's go a little longer. Okay. Sweet. Crap! Oh my gosh, that sucks. That really sucks. Whew. Last one. I got an idea. Ah! All right, nice. Oh. How did it go wrong? Oh, I had it. I had it. I had it. I had it.
System ready? Go!
なんだこりゃ扉が凍っちまってる
右手に進んでくださいその先の浄水施設が水道局の内部につながっています
Yeah, I had that just like oh, I had that. Oh. Yeah, this is some weapons grade foolishness, dude. I'm telling you. Yes. Good. Whew. Ooh, that was dirty. Crap!
ってやる。
侵入者発見。ちょうど退屈してたんだ。せいぜいオイラを楽しませておくれよ。
やってやる。
そらそらもう一丁。ついでに大サービスだよ。ほらほらほら。
Ah! That was carp. That was carp. Those bullfrogs. Up. I just want to speedball through that. Yeah, it does suck. Magnificent eggs. Alright. Okay, alright. Slow it down, Speedy Gonzalez. Slow it down. This is the gate. This is the gate. This is the gate. This is the gate. Alright, we're here, but it sucks eggs. Oh! So that's how you do it. Ah! That was mistimed. Mm. Ah! 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 Damnation! Dude, it's like I can get to the second form, but as soon as I get to the second form, everything falls right apart. Ah! I had it! I had it! Dang! Dang! Yeah, I had it! 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 Our gauge was empty! Oh, you... Oh, that blows goats. Holy hell! Ugh.
Mission clear.
D. Oh, bullshit. You and me both. That one was literally 110% off the chain.
なんだってんだこの暴走の仕方は。パターンが点でバラバラじゃないか。
対象の正常化を確認。ドクターホワイト、追加のデータを転送します。
そういえばコールは暴走せずに済んだんだな。
ああ、メンテ中でたまたま電源を落としていてね。動いていないロボットはさすがに暴走させられなかったみたいだよ。
ああ、なるほどな。動いていないロボット、まさか。いや、そんなことは。
どうしたウィリアム。そうだ、暴走しないといえばベックだって。
サンダ博士、次はどこに向かいますか？
おっと、ちょっと待ってくれよベック。いいかウィリアム、君の悪い癖だ。あまり一人で抱え込むんじゃないぞ。グズグズしちゃいられない。僕らの手。
Alright, time to sign my own death warrant. I remember this one. This was a nightmare.
System ready? Go!
ブランド。
来るな、ベック。
待ってよブランド。博士、追いかけます。
あ、頼む。暴走している車両には気をつけてく
I
れよ。
remember seeing a
完全には暴走していないのか。
I remember seeing a video about this. Like someone, I don't remember if it was a member of staff or not, but it looked ludicrously like the game was animated. It was something I thought the game was going to look like. And I'm pretty sure if you look around online, those pictures may still be around. Oh, that was scary. Oh! Oh! Nothing disappears on the internet, especially if you have the Wayback Machine.
Sprinter!
その先はトンネルだ。
Uh-oh. That was nasty. It's almost like Rule 34, where, Internet Rule 34, which is if it exists, there's probably porn of it. Well, how would I know these things? In another life. Oh! Well, how would I know these things? Because in another life, I knew these things. Pretty much. Uh-oh. Woo! Oh crap. Besides, Lord knows I'm probably going to be responsible for a lot of it anyway. Why? Because it's not even a question of moral imperative anymore. Because if I'm amused by it, I'm going to draw it. And personally, much like a healthy segment of the population, I'm amused by both sides of the equation. Not simply tits and boobs, but everything. I mean, for Pete's sake, I mean, we're talking about a steady diet of stuff like Venture Kid and Urusaki Doji, Heavy Metals Druna, among other things. So, yeah. Rule 34 is not just an idea, not just a meme, it's a way of life. Oh, oh god, what did I? You can do it! You can do it! Confidence, confidence! Get up, get up, get up. Oh! Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! Back! Back, you foul savages!
ランドは自ら暴走を抑えようとしているのか。だがあいつはベックのようには。
ベック、なぜ俺を追ってくる？
そんなの助けるために決まってるじゃないか。
それ以上近寄るな。来ればお前を切ってしまう。
Alright, let's see what this dude does.
もう限界だ。俺を助けたいなら俺を壊せベック。
Yep. Uh-oh. Ah. Hold on, let's see. Do I have... This is going to be as scary as possible. You bastard! Alright, I don't have enough to recover. That sucks. Okay, this is going to suck. Yeah, I think from now on streams this is going to suck. Okay, so anything that white beam touches dies. Let's try sticky bombs. Okay, they definitely do. It definitely does damage. That's for sure. Yeah, it's like everyone is. Okay, that is not going to work. Wait a minute! How did that...
全てぶった切る。
Oh my god. Oh, why? Oh my god. So I gotta either dodge those wide beams. Okay, so the wide beams don't do anything unless he directly attacks me, I guess? No! 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 Ah! Oh my god. Oh gosh. This is foul. This is like the most torturous thing ever. It's like hardcore M. No, 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 no! 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 No!
Game over.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, why me? Okay, this might be a cakewalk because I have Iceman have ice powers.